Okay, we're doing the Leland casting method here. The goal is to simplify casting so you can control your fly line. Tell it what you want it to do and do it efficiently. It adds enjoyment to every cast and it allows you to earn your fish instead of just catch them. If you're watching this is the final principle of the 3 principles. Hopefully you've watched the first one, which is to remove slack prior to moving the line, and the second is to pull the line using the rod. That's how we get energy into the fly rod and start the line moving. You're now ready for the final principle. If you think about it, when you're pulling a fly line using one of these things, we call them a fly rod, but it's really just an amplifier. During the accelerated pull of the line using the rod begins to bend, and that's how we store energy in the rod. That's how it amplifies. Now, we have to figure out a way to get this stored energy out of the fly rod and efficiently transfer it back into the fly line. And the answer is we do that with a stop, a firm stop. And you're probably at home going, well, that makes sense, because if you stop the rod, the spring comes out, puts the energy in the line, and off it goes. But it's rather hard to do. And the reason it's hard to do is, well, you're human, and you come with a software package. Probably since childhood, you were not only taught, but you were reinforced that by following through, especially in athletic activities, you get more, be it a golf club swing or a tennis racket swing, even just throwing a baseball. All of that has follow through. Well, with a fly cast, the final principle is during our pull, we must stop the fly rod. And that's the magic moment where the flexed energy, it was stored, or the energy stored in the flexed fly rod, is efficiently transferred into the mass of the fly line, and off it goes. Let's put our 3 principles together quickly here, and you can see how it works. Now, step 1 is, I can't move the fly line efficiently as one unit if there's a pile of slack out there, and I've done that, I've removed my slack. Step 2 is I'm going to accelerate my pull in the direction I want the fly line to go, and step 3 is during my pull, I must stop the rod's journey to transfer the energy, and here we go. Here's my accelerated pull, and there's my stop, and off my line goes. And if it worked that way, I'll try an accelerated pull this direction to a stop, and you can see how effortlessly the energy rolls down the fly line through the leader and presents the fly. So the stop is critical. It's probably the biggest issue we instructors run into when we see people struggling to efficiently cast fly rods. An obvious question that comes up at this point is, well, great, where do I stop the rod? Now there's different answers out there. Ours, to keep it simple, is you probably heard an uncle or read in a book or saw in another casting video at some point the old 10 and 2 or 10 and 1 or 11 and 1. What they're basically talking about is imagine a clock face and there's a V created between 10 and 2. Let's just pick that one for simplicity. Let's first define what that V means. It's an accelerated pull to a stop and an accelerated pull to a stop. Excellent. The problem with the clock, in my opinion, and the problem with 10 and 2, in my opinion, is it forces you to myopically, solely cast that way for the rest of your life, as though you're walking around with a wall clock behind you. Throw away the clock. Throw away 10 and 2. Please keep the V. Once you keep the V, magic is yours in the form of now you can put the V anywhere you want. In this casting example, by the way, my V is laid out in front of me on its side. I can accelerate to a stop and it works. And I can accelerate to a stop and it works again. That's a wonderful cast if you have a canopied tree over your head. I just lay the V to the side. And later, if you want to, you can start to lift your V up higher, and that's fine too. The point is this, the goal of any fly cast is to direct the weighted fly line, tell it what you want it to do, and do it efficiently. You should be efficient, so you're not wasting energy. I want you to enjoy every cast between your fish. And I want you to earn fish, not just catch them. And it's done with efficiently moving fly line. So work on the 3 principles. Remove the slack, pull the rod, and stop the rod. And you'll be a great caster for the rest of your life. Get out there and practice.